Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were so young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really are. Choose player 1. Ooh, I like this person a lot. Their name is Yellow. I should make it Azul. Just because they already have a name in color, so let's make it Azul. Azul, and let's do they pronouns. Cool. And we have yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of none other than 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Jesus. Damien LaVey, a fearless demon with a taste for description and a love of fire. Ooh. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupid huge art. Liam DeLioncourt, 4XX, hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he actually is truly a lovable dork. Polygeist, I don't know how to say her name. 22, a party ghost with an insustainable hunger for all wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean self-made Corrigan with a merciless sense of business. Is this college? It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? Okay, I already really like her. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna choose her first. We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I have Smart 6, Boldness 7, Creativity 5, Charm 3, Fun 7, and Money 5. Let's start at the maybe class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monsters nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. This is a high school? But there's characters who are like 20 something. I was thinking it was like college. You gain 2 smarts. Later you see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a noisy little bitch, you decided to insert yourself into the conversation. I look forward to this adventure, so is there anything more wonderful than getting insight into the lives of commoners? You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dad's our lord of hell, you know. Technically, I'm royalty too. Are you though? Damien rolls his eyes and turns at you. Miss Panthera paired us up for some hands-on homework assignment, going on an adventure. Apparently I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence that I should be channeling into something productive. Like a thirst for violence isn't productive in and of itself. I'm supposed to work on being more independent, which is so strange since I told my ladies and gentlemen in waiting to fix that for me last week. I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix our perceived but obviously non-existent flaws. Go on a deep-sea quest to steal beautiful pearls from the scary kraken, or a journey to a volcano to have a hot time at a Fire Murphy strip club. I see this as a way to get with her, so let's do that one. Never mind, apparently he liked it. Hey, good call, actually. Miranda's already familiar with the ocean, so she can be a little more independent. I have absolutely no problem being independent. I know because I paid my servants to tell me that. You're the only one who has issues to be worked out, Damien, and an undersea adventure will be perfect. You can't fire with fire underwater. There's no fire there. Fair enough, and I can channel my violence into something productive by killing the kraken. Normally I don't condone killing for killing's sake, but this isn't for the sake of killing, it's for the sake of getting me pearls. The two of them dash off, crackling gleefully. They get full marks on their assignment and brag about this to anyone who will listen. Miranda has made the pearl the focal point of a choker, and Damien looks dashing in his Kraken tactical hat. You gain a new appreciation of Celipode-themed headgear, and you gain 2 smarts and 1 fun. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, I get to decide who to sit with. I really want to get with her, not gonna lie. But also, who is this? I don't think I remember seeing them. Curiosity or trying to get with the person I want? Curiosity wins. You sat down to eat with Damien and Liam. Well, to eat with Damien, Liam's just taking pictures of his food, when a leather-clad figure drops from the air vent to your table. It's the Slayer. Lunchtime's over, dirtbags. Time to die! This always happens when we sit together. Your death-based rhetoric is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stankula. I'm going to spoil your face. Just his, though, right? Both of your faces. Fuck. The Slayer is right between the 3 of you. You can't say Liam and Damien, but if you act fast, you might be able to save one. Oh, shit. Immobilize Damien with the Lord's Prayer while Liam escapes. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life. Flip the table for justice. Let's flip the table for justice. Normally when you flip tables, it's out of anger or mischief, but this is about the most righteous table flip ever performed. No, my footing! No, my artful arranged cafeteria food. Yes, fucking up school property! The Slayer ends up pinned up under the table along with Liam. Damien jumps down there and starts punching indiscriminately, not caring who he hits. So, you know, just another whole day for Damien. I've never felt so alive. Offensive. Whatever, let's flip all the rest of the tables in the cafeteria while flipping's good. You righteously flip every single table in the cafeteria, which each table you flip, you find Damien is flipping a little more for you. What is this game? I don't care, I love it. Let's go outdoors, maybe I'll find... That day during recess you start a half-hour rave that goes crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there were like 300 people. Someone summons demon from a nightmare dimension. The consequence might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares, it's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You see Damien and Miranda with their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask them what's up. Ugh, we're boned. I do not know what this boned means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in really brutal mosh pit instead of going to classes. And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook. Twice. But for some reason, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. Well, there's one thing to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No, there's just got to be another way. Doesn't there? Easy, just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system. You don't need to murder your teacher over something like this. Just burn down the entire school. I'll say easy, just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system. Not so charming. You try to advise Miranda to use lobbyists, but instead to say something that sounds like ha ha ha, moop moop swoggle. What's that? What are you saying? Are you having a stroke? Would it help if I kneed you in the face? Damien, stop kneeing in the face. It doesn't seem to be helping. I can't stop now. I just hit my rhythm. Whatever is wrong with you, getting kneed in the face doesn't help. Eventually, Damien's give up, but you've already lost 2 smarts and 1 charm. Oop. Let's go to the bathrooms, I guess. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in bathrooms, you give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. Later, you hear some kind of muffled squawking. And you see that Damien's backpack seems to be thrashing violently. Yay! Azul is here! I've been waiting all day to show someone Damien's cock! Miranda, do you ever listen to yourself? Miranda pulls Damien's cock out of his backpack and the rooster begins preening itself contently. Isn't it the sweetest little thing? Yeah, we're gonna use him for cockfighting. Specifically, we're going to have him cockfight the cockfighters to teach them a lesson. About why you shouldn't make cocks... By why you shouldn't make cocks cockfight. Now we gotta find a way to make sure that our cock wins the anti-cockfighting cockfight. Please don't clip that, just don't clip it. Lift your rooster spirit with a romantic proposal. Give your cock a cock ring. This cock isn't an expert on violence. You are, Damien. Go undercover as a rooster. I'm gonna say this one just because... Lift your... Aww, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I shall give our noble fighter my royal blessing. Here, darling precious rooster, take this ring for my royal family. Off they go to cockfight the cockfighters and end animal cruelty forever. But the next time you see them, they don't look too pleased. Oh, they're mad at me. Look who it is, Azul who knows nothing about cocks. Yes, apparently in rooster culture, all it takes is the presentation of a ring to be legally wed. I spent the whole entire time married to a male chicken, and of course we had to miss the fight because I would never send my husband into violence. That didn't have to go with defending my honor, of course. We have to spend the whole time finding a rooster priest to annul the marriage, and now I've already been divorced and I'm not even out of high school yet. With that, they're off, but the disgust look Miranda shoots you will stay with you forever. You lose -2 smarts and 1 fun. Ooh, I'm not doing so well. Let's go with her, because I still want to be friends with the ghostly girl. You arrive at the table to find the coven eating, and Polly and Miranda screaming. We're under attack! Alarm! Alarm! Summon the guards! They're using their burrow mind powers on me. The cute tall one is my least perfect evil twin. She uses shades just like me, clearly because the evil twin thing. We're not attacking anyone. We're eating. What do you mean, less attractive? Lies! Sabotage! Ah! I can feel them in my brain, making me less cool and sexy. Ah! Every single lunch hour. You can't allow your friends to be attacked. Quick, save them from the fiendish menace. I have morals, but I'll joust them. You slap a colander on your head, a baking sheet on your chest, and a jousting lance under your arm. My hero, charge! Vanquish the invaders! Whoa, hey, we don't want any trouble. We'll just move over there. Victory! The day is saved! Oh, violently fought, noble champion! Whoa. Did those 3 just disintegrate into a pile of turtles, or am I like super high? You think that question pretty much answers itself. I guess I didn't gain any stats from that. Go to the class. That day you are astonished by some new stuff you learn in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have known that class would actually be useful? What a nice surprise. You gained 1 valuable lesson. Good luck trying to use that within the game. And 2 smarts. You catch Miranda monologuing about her problems to no one. She often does this. It's like she's accustomed to having a royal scrub following her everywhere she goes. Oh, whatever shall I do about my army? We haven't had a proper war in months, and the soldiers are becoming ever so anxious. I've tried sending the servants to give them tummy rubs and even putting extra leaves and sticks in their cages, but they just kill every servant with the sticks. I never thought managing an entire branch of the military would be so challenging. How can I possibly keep my soldiers entertained? Divide them in half and make them fight a practice war, or 1,000 piñatas. Let's go with 1,000 piñatas. You know my kingdom's living piñatas then. No? Then divine providence must have guided your suggestion. Each year, hundreds of peasants are required by law to volunteer to be stuffed with candy and suspended from ropes throughout the palace. Jesus Christ. Visiting dignitaries are invited to take a few ceremonial whacks, but we always have more piñatas than we can use. I'm sure Daddy would be happy to lend me 1,000 piñatas to keep my army happy. A splendid idea indeed. There's no reason you should feel guilty about this all. You gained 2 boldness and 1 smart. Let's go to the auditorium. Oh my god! My character looks adorable. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Jesus. This game has like no filter, and I love it. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman gongs. Thank you for coming, my dear. I have finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the Queen of Prom. The royal ascension's in nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that Prom Queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr., she's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts? Let's convince everyone that she likes humans, or fart joke. Fart joke. A fart joke? As in a humorous jape involving the sound of gas escape from a butt? Do you think this is a game? Prom Queen is an important title. My mother was Prom Queen. My father was both Prom King and Prom Queen. I will not soil my family's legacy in condoning a fart joke in my name. You would laugh at the word soil, but apparently this is no laughing matter. You lose -2 boldness and -1. I guess I'm going on the Miranda route, so let's just keep going to Miranda. You walked over to Miranda and Scott's table to find them peering suspiciously into a burger. Secret sauce, what a dread mystery do you conceal? Whoa, do you think the secret sauce can talk? Cool. Hey, secret sauce, what are you made out of? No, Scott, my question was more rhetorical. Awesome, mine was loud. Oh, it's no use. You will never discern the active ingredient of this delicious secret sauce. Unless you have any idea, Azul. The blood of your father's enemies, Miranda. That's why it's so delicious. Or you're overthinking this, Scott. It's sauce made of secrets. Blood? Of the air people? I don't know the high school cafeteria cared about my family's ancient rivalry. And everyone knows the air people bleed candy syrup and barbecue sauce. I should have known. You know, I don't normally eat food myself. I have serifs for that, but I may have to make an exception. Aw, more blood. But I eat blood all the time. I'm pretty much full every moon. Scott's a little disappointed, but you don't care. You're busy sharing a saucy burger with Miranda. Let's go to the library. I haven't gone to the library yet. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs mining some bitcoins. Dramatization. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain 2 pit coins, which is equal to $2 million. Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so 2 money. You're hanging out with Polly afterwards, watching some porn like you do in the library. Jesus Christ, this game. When you suddenly notice Miranda standing right behind you, who knows how long she's been there? Hello, good friends. What are you doing? Nothing. Nothing at all. It does not seem like to be nothing. That man seems to be kindly sharing his marmalade with a giant skunk? Explain this at once. Well, it's simple, you know. It's really just kind of, well, cooking show. Yes, cooking. Well, you see, Miranda, when a man and a giant skunk love each other very, very much. I'm gonna say it's a cooking show, just so she can keep her innocence. A cooking show? How marvelous! I have a little experience with cooking, as our servants handle all the meals at my castle. Perhaps I can learn a thing or two as well. Do you mind if I watch with you? Sure, go nuts. Several hours pass. You're sure Miranda's going to catch on eventually, but... So that's what they're always doing in the kitchen. I had no idea it involved so much nudity. I can't wait to try some of these recipes myself. They aren't... whatever, girl. You live your best life. Oh, thank you, I will. Maybe you'll get to be Miranda's assistant chef someday. You gain 2 charm and 1 smart. Jesus. Let's go to class. Let's be good students. Today you learn a ton of spells that are as cool as they seem seemingly useless. A spell to renew stickers' stickiness. A spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. A spell to gain +2 smarts. You actually used that last spell, so you gain 2 smarts. As you're gazing dreamily at Miranda, when a flash of otherworldly light blinds you. When your vision clears, you see a great rift has opened in time and space, and standing in the middle of it... Oh! It's me, the Prince of the Otherworld, and I am here to fulfill an ancient prophecy. A prophecy? How exciting and regal! What kind of prophecy is it? It's a prophecy of love. Oh boy, here it comes. Legends foretell a great beauty with the hair of an angel and the scales of a fish, a beauty who I am destined to marry. But that sounds like a perfect description of me. Could it be that I am the great beauty described in the prophecy? Well, yes, that's sort of what I was trying to imply. Now come with me to my realm where we may plan a magnificent wedding. You can't let him get away with this. But that prophecy is kind of hard to argue with. The only argument you can think of is the hair of an angel. Ha! Clearly Miranda has the hair of a goddess. Or what about fish scales I glued to this handful of angel hair pasta? Let's go with this one, because I feel like Miranda would like this one. The hair of a goddess, you say? And which goddess would that be? Aphrodite, goddess of beauty, or Follicula, goddess of bad dandruff? Angels have uniformly lovely hair, you know. Goddesses decidedly do not. Ooh, she did not like that. Milady, I think this coarse oaf was attempting to pay you a backhanded compliment. I suggest you pay them back with a backhanded backhand. Miranda takes the prince's advice just as school security appears to chase him off for hitting on a high schooler. He leaves Miranda with his interdimensional calling card. Though she promises to consider his proposal blast, you lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. Oh, fuck. Why is it hard to make her swoon? It's just like real life. Let's go try and get her to like me. Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me face planting, and my food with my eyes closed and tongued out. But wherefore? Right here, Miranda! You're about to point out that wherefore means why, but luckily Prawley elaborates on her own, so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all. It's a new meme, Miranda, like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning, and it's dope AF. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion for the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media, and also not executed. Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Azul? Heck yeah, you do. Don't you? I read the last one first. Yep, it's called dying. I want to say that one, but let me read this one first. I surely do. It's entitled Silverware Wear, and it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in fancy tiny outfits. I want to do the dying one so badly. Okay, but I'm trying to get with Miranda, so I'll say this one, because she'll probably won't like the other one. Really? How have I not heard of this trend before? Beautiful silverware and fancy dresses are two of my biggest passions. This trend sounds like it was invented for me. It may have been by you, on the spot, but there's no need to go into that. What's your favorite meme? Spiked salad forks and velvet evening gowns? Seahorse steak knives and frilly skirts? Teaspoons and tea dresses? This trend is no words. Yes, the glory of this spectacular combination is about to leave me speechless as well. Were I not so excited to create more memes with Azul. We'll have to meet up soon. Bring up your most exquisite chopsticks. I shall bring tall clothes in which to dress them. Yeah, totally. Hang out with Miranda sounds amazing. Guess it's time to go and try and find some exquisite popsticks. Popsicle sticks. Chopsticks. I meant to say chopsticks. I haven't gone to the gym yet. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Alright, listen everyone. Let's get ready for a rousing round of middle-aged shinty? Yes. Really? Just kidding, it's more dodgeball. Liam, Miranda, you're the team captains. Miranda, you pick first. Oh, I guess. Azul? Miranda pulls you aside and begins talking in a stage whisper that is probably most definitely audible to your fellow students. It's always a great blow to my honor to lose at anything, even a foolish peasant sport like dodging balls. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure that you're up to par, but you do seem like you spend a great deal of time examining our fellow students, almost as if you're obsessively ranking them in your mind as to whom would be the best prom date or such a thing. Whoops. Oh man, did Miranda call you out or what? Tell me, so that my royal reputation is not soiled by losing this paltry game, how best can I assess the skills of my fellow students and therefore lead my team to victory? Great question. Time to take a royal stab at her heart, not literally though, by coming up with an equally great answer. I cannot. Speak. Royalty is crucial. See who admires you most by having your classmate compose ballads about you. Oops. I didn't even read the second one. I can look at the stream though. What did I end up choosing? I apparently chose, it's not about the students as individuals. Think about how they every fit together, like an elegant set of silverware. Okay, apparently I accidentally chose the correct answer, so we're just gonna ignore that it was an accident. Why, Azul? That might just be the most brilliant suggestion you've ever made. I may not fully be able to wrap my mind around the logic of simple peasants. Why would anyone want to be poor anyway? But I certainly know my way around a fine dining set. Vera is like a diamond bouillon spoon, expensive, elegant, and deadly. Polly is a quadruple chopstick, fun and impractical. Damien, of course, is a meat trident. No further explanation needed, I trust. My opposing team captain, Liam, Why, he's a fork, outdated and obscure. And you, Azul, you're the most rare and valuable utensil of all. A heart spoon. Oh, that's so sweet. The spoon we use for scooping out the still beating hearts of our enemies. Jesus. Well, it's the thought that counts, and for Miranda, the thought of torture is very sweet. You gain 2 charm and 1 fun, not to mention intricate knowledge of silverware. Boom, boom. Let's go to the bathrooms again. That day you skip class and you hang out in the bathrooms because you expect no authority. But you don't stop there, you want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of the eternity, so you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, "I'm bold as fuck," and you know what? It turns out the wall is magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resonates from within the wall that says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain 2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyways, lucky you. Woe is me, sigh. Could Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants your attention? Only one way to find out. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. I was just standing here, suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't, but okay. I had the most tragic injustice befall me earlier this morning. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored seahorse as a mount? How, I ask you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford sea steeds. If so, why would I love to make a reparation? But it may have been too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind to take them the gift of this omelet to begin the healing? I am told that peasants consider eggs to be a delicacy. Obviously. And what would make the gesture even better is the personal touch of toppings. Caviar, eel, chocolate-covered sand crabs. They'll never forget this was a present from a mer princess. Or an elegant stenciled card with your sincerest apologies. A list of all of their fears and a bundle of compromising photographs. I don't know which one she would like. Both of them are terrible answers. The second one just sounds like downright blackmail. So maybe I'll just choose that one for the blackmail. Oh yes, how better to show that I am truly making an effort to get to know them on the most personal levels. I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print their fears in glow leaves, and I shall adorn their compromising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. I may have been understood before, but how would anyone misinterpret this kind gesture? Take the omelets and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating the eggs so we can all remember how generous I was. With a kiss on the cheek, Miranda hands you the omelet and waves you on your way. You gain 2 smarts and 1 charm. Hell yeah! Okay, where is Miranda? Carly and Miranda sit together, surrounded by Miranda's customary crowd of serfs. So wait, you're actually got serfs who eat for you? Well, of course. I find eating to be terribly undignified, so I almost never do it. Hey, me neither. What kind of crazy serfs have you got? Well, I have a serf to go to the bathroom for me, a serf to experience difficult emotions for me, and a serf for keeping my silverware in alphabetical order. I even have a surfing serf for standing on top of whenever I go surfing. Wow, that's a lot of serfs. It's a fair amount, the only limit is my imagination. Unfortunately, my imagination serf imagined a way to escape from serfdom. So now I'm all out of ideas. Well, I'm sure with the help of Azul, you could probably think up a dope new kind of serf. Oh, is that so? I can't wait. Well, you're on the spot. What will it be? Ooh, Miranda, you should get a puppy serf. It's not actually a serf, it's just like 50 cute pups. You should get a party serf, probably, a serf to experience your hangovers for you. I'll go with the Miranda one, just because. We're trying to get with Miranda. A surf? That's actually just a room full of cute puppies? Why didn't I imagination surf come up with such a marvelous idea? I swear if he hadn't escaped, I'd have him hanged by my execution surf immediately. Jesus. Maybe I shouldn't be going out with Miranda, because I feel like if we ever broke up, she would actually execute me. I don't want to die. As a matter of fact, would you like to be my new imagination surf? Please don't. I feel like she would actually execute me. The pay is non-existent, but you can make up for it in constant fear of death. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying. You politely declined Miranda's offer, but agreed to go to the animal shelter to pick out a puppy surf instead. Huzzah! Okay, I survived. At least I survived. That's all that matters. Week 5, evening. I haven't gone to the library again, I don't think. Oh, the day you spent some time on the library's PCs playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gained 2 money. Oh, woe is me, alas alack-a-day. Miranda throwing a hissy fit? Must be Tuesday. Still, what else are you going to do? Study? Huh. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I'm just simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. It shan't believe such cruelty would happen to our own school, but just today Miss the Loch Ness Monster told me that I shall receive a B+ in her class. A B+, and all because I seldom attend. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will sure cause father to cease paying for my seahorse insurance as punishment, and then how shall suitors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy. If only someone knew of a way I could, I don't know, perhaps break into the principal's giant spider's office and access his private computer and alter my grade? Stick a web of flies inside the principal's office. When he goes out to eat, we sneak in to cheat. Burst into tears. Spiders hate tears. Let's sneak. My ladies in waiting are experts in lace makers. I'm sure they shall have no problem dropping everything in order to detain a variety of bugs. Indeed, they don't, or they're too terrified to object, and they create a sticky, gooey web. Principal Giant Spider emerges to gorge on dung beetles that still smell of shit, which is apparently a thing spiders like. You and Miranda sneak into his office, and using the skills you learned in Cyber Terrorism 101, hack into the files in no time. Oh, look at that! I have an A+. I guess I underestimated my own amazingness. I am very surprised by this development. I suppose as long as we're here, I might as well fill this thumb drive with top secret school security footage. No reason. That seems on the level. Definitely don't ask any follow-up questions. Just gain 3 charms and be cool. Oh, we're almost done with this frick game. Shall I try and date everyone in this stream? Go outdoors again. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King? Slowly, lots of people start joining to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 or so people burst into hysterical laugh to it. You turn on your mobile lab that captures all the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. You see Miranda hovering in the hallway, whistling to herself and checking out her reflection in her own scales. Imagine having your skin be so shiny you can see your own reflection. Why, hello there, Azul. How funny and random to see you here entirely by coincidence near your locker. Seeing as how we've both getting on so well lately, I have decided to afford you the honor and privilege of taking me to the seahorse races. You can pick me up after school today and bring me an assortment of flowers and chocolates as gifts. You're welcome. Aw, man. A chance to buy shit for Miranda and take her on an outing you have no interest in? Sounds amazing. Let's rock. You go to the horse race and look for Miranda. She's wearing a beautiful and intricate horse race hat. Unfortunately, a sudden gust of wind blows the hat away. You could swear that you could hear the wind whispering, "Not enough budget." But it surely must have been your imagination. Oh no, my hat! Hey Azul, I'm here. Hi, look at this. Daddy always gives me money when I go to the seahorse races. It isn't much, of course, only +3. How much is that? 30? I can't read. That's 100. $3 million. But it should still make things more fun to bet. Of course, nothing would sour this lovely date faster than picking a losing horse. So, I'll put this daunting choice entirely up to you. How should we choose the winning horse so that this day goes down in memory lane as a pleasurable experience rather than a sign that we should never speak again? Yikes. No pressure then, but no worries. You know the perfect method for choosing a winning racehorse. The only way to tell a winning racehorse is by taste. Why watch people ride seahorses when you could be riding me? No, literally though. Get me a saddle and let's enter the race. Let's enter the race. Ride you? Why, this isn't an option I've never contemplated. I've never heard of one person riding another before. Ah, Miranda, bless. If there's one thing I learned from years of helping Daddy suppress peasants' uprising, is that if you want something done right, have your servants do it themselves. But since they're not here, I suppose that makes you my servant. Let's do it. Let's win the race ourselves. The two of you sneak down to the stables and quickly forward the necessary paperwork to enter the race. At the sound of a mergun shot, you and your fellow seahorses are off and running. You run as fast as someone who is hoping to earn a prom date with a beautiful mermaid princess, which is very, very fast. So fast, in fact, that you somehow manage to outrun over a dozen seahorses who have trained their whole lives for this moment, undoubtedly crushing their hopes and dreams. And the winner is booms the announcer, Princess Miranda riding Azul. Oh, huzzah! What a glorious victory this is, asserting my superiority over my subjects not only by birthright, but also by sheer talent. It does seem like you did most of the heavy lifting, as it were, since Miranda isn't practically heavy, but why spoil this beautiful moment? This has been a perfectly wonderful outing. I should very much like to ride you again sometime. If only she knew what she was saying. Still, that's better than not. You gain +2 money from the bet and 1 charm from being ridden by a princess. Miranda. Bear is about to lift a glass of scotch. Scotch. Okay, this is a high school and they're allowed to drink alcohol. To her immaculate painted lips, you can drink whatever at this school apparently, when Miranda screams, "Stop! Don't drink that!" Why not? The scotch costs more than more scars. Has your taster tried it yet? What taster? You don't have a taster? What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title? Listen, Miri, I only drink 4 things. Scotch, red wine, the tears of my enemies, and straight up poison. You drink poison on purpose? Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. Do you think poison actually harms me? Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy sauce in your drink? Or poison? Ugh, what do I have to do to get you to drop this? Simple, hire a taster. Fine. Any volunteers? This might just be a big break you've been looking for. You raise your hand and when Vera picks you drink her scotch, enraging Vera and delighting Miranda. Pretend to be poisoned, terrifying Miranda and amusing Vera. Let's go with, delighting Miranda. What are you doing? That bottle costs as much as the first Apollo mission. How do you feel, Royal Taster? Are you poisoned? Well, you're not poisoned, but you're feeling pretty fucking wasted. You give it all to Miranda. You give all the Mirandas you can see 2 big thumbs up. A job well done. Now Vera is sure not to be poisoned. Yeah, well, because there's no scotch left to be poisoned by. Don't listen to her. You did well. Come with me. I have some other beverages you You simply must verify for safety. You spend the rest of the night getting wasted on expensive liquors at Miranda's place. Courtship never tasted so good. To the gym again, I guess? That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. At one point, you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but suddenly you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears, and you take advantage of that moment of weakness throwing the ball at him. You lose -5 mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain +2 charm. Oh my word, what a wonderfully beautiful, exciting day! I hope someone can share in my joy. My great aunt sea monster Unholy Terror McCracken Face Ochulu has received an award for her work with shipwrecks. She's one of their leading causes. I want to send her my congratulations, but no one from the postal service will go near her lair for fear of their lives. Oh, if only some brave hero would volunteer to deliver this important and time-sensitive missive. Why is a letter of congratulations so time-sensitive, you may ask? Well, it's because of, well, you see, it's that these are very special congratulations with instructions to do something congratulatory for herself, you know? Just get her the letter. There's something fishy about this request, but you've never let that stop you before. You come up with a foolproof plan. Hire Scrubber, the underwater taxi service, to deliver the letter for you. Dynamite the toil, dive into the sewer, and swim there yourself. With the touch of a button, you're able to call a scuba driver to your school. You give him a very specific instructions as to the latitude and longitude, but conveniently live out the part about the sea monster. A few days later, you see the fruits demur of your labor. Oh, you wonderful person! The letter reached Great Aunt Sea Monster Unholy Terror McCracken Ochulu with no problem, and she was ever so grateful for the delicious midnight snack. She said she would act on the letter immediately. Act on the congratulations that I sent her by thanking me, which she did, and it's all over and neatly wrapped up now. Nothing further happening here. Yep, seems entirely legit. Great Aunt Sea Monster Unholy Terror McCracken Face Ochulu Cthulhu! That's what it is. Cthulhu gained a country victim of a gig culture, and you gained 3+ charm. Who will you ask to prom? Obviously Miranda. Don't we look so cute? Ask Miranda to the prom. Yeah. Prom? Sure. How could I say no to my beautiful accomplice? What do I mean by accomplice? I mean, it was clear all this time, right? I stole some eggs from the sea monster, then my serfs cooked an omelet that you took pictures of the water polo team eating. And remember when we totally stole the address of the whole team for Principal Giant Spider's computer? Such good times. Then it was just a matter of time of delivering the pictures and the addresses to the sea monster, who by my calculations will soon be hunting all those unpolite peasants down. They rejected me, and I am sure it has always been clear that you do not reject Miranda Vanderbilt. So, in a way, it was sort of on all of them, right? It must have been so sweet of you, my charming knight in shining armor. Damn. You feel a bit bad, both for being accomplice to multiple manslaughter and for the feeling of weirdly arousal by Miranda's ruthlessness. But love is blind, so a date it is. You have a delightful evening, and in the end, isn't that what counts, isn't it? By the end of it, Miranda even invites you to her house to show you the corpses of the water polo team, which she had stolen from their funerals. You're still troubled by the fact that kinda excites you, but obviously Miranda isn't troubled about being excited in a successful vendetta. So you end up celebrating her victory and feasting over what's left of her enemies. Most likely to be tasty if eaten by others, best at wearing a crown. Most likely to be tasty if eaten by others is that Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling our friendships, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. To this day, it seems Miranda still wasn't sure what exactly porn is. Vera realized she was a character in a video game which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not a part of the game. She plays the game. So be careful, maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. Liam kept doing art so hard that he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there was plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. That was good.